Hello, students and families. This is Wang 老师. 你们好. This is going to be a quick walkthrough of the exam, our Unit 3, 期末考试. This is the end of our third unit. We're about to go into the holidays, and I'm really excited to walk you guys through this exam that's really going to prove that our children, our students, our scholars are really learning something. The first section of the exam is a very simple matching section. And to be very clear, while these exact words and Chinese characters are what's going to appear, they may not be in the same order. So students, you can't just memorize. You actually need to be able to identify which character is which. So for bus, if we look here at the top, we've got bus. I'm wondering if anybody can tell me which Chinese character is bus. And on the exam, you'll look through. This one should be easy because this one is the only one that's 4 characters long. 公共汽车, 公共汽车. If you guessed E, that's right. Number 2 is ship. Can you guess which one is ship? This one should also be kind of easy because it's only 1 character. If you guessed D, that's 船. You are correct. Now, the first word that we learned in this unit, talking about transportation and vehicles, is car. If you guessed A, 汽车, you are 100% correct. The next one we have is train, like what I call a choo-choo train. Okay, this one has the character for fire and the character for vehicle. If you guessed B, you are correct. 火车, 火车. And by process of elimination, we should all know the last one, but this is a flying machine. That's its literal translation in Chinese. And so, of course, the last one we have is C, 飞机. The last one we have here is C, 飞机. And that will conclude the matching section. Again, it will be these same pictures, these same characters, but it may not be in the same order. So you'll really have to practice. Before I move on to the next bit, I'm just going to go over how to pronounce all of these Chinese words. Car, A is 汽车. B is 火车. C is 飞机. D is 船. And E is 公共汽车. Again, A for car is 汽车. B for train is 火车. C for plane is 飞机. D for boat or ship is 船. And lastly, E for bus, like a city bus, is 公共汽车. All right, this is the section that everybody's kind of afraid of, but you really shouldn't be. On the exam, I have 3 here, but on the exam, there will actually only be 2 sentences you will have to unscramble. And all of these sentences have a basic pattern. We've got a family member, we've got to like, and then we've got a color. Somehow a color is involved. And this is true for all of them, except for the last one. Number 3 is a little special. So number 1, we've got 3 Chinese words all scrambled up. 喜欢, 红色, 我的妈妈. So if I want to unscramble this, I'm going to start off with my family member. So it'll start off with 我的妈妈, my mom. 喜欢, likes. 红色, red. 我的妈妈喜欢红色. And you see, I even gave you a rose there, so you'll know. And the exam will be printed in color if all things go accordingly. So it will also help you, and I'll leave everything color coordinated. Number 2, we have 哥哥 绿色的车喜欢. So if I want to unscramble this, I'm going to start with the family member. The family member, of course, is 哥哥, older brother. Then I'm going to follow that up with the verb 喜欢. Okay. Next, we have the color. What does he like? Big brother likes, if you look at the picture, you'll be able to guess it, 绿色的. It's a color, green. 车, which is vehicle. Okay, so 哥哥喜欢绿色的车. Big brother likes green cars. And last but not least, number 3, which is a little bit more challenging because of this special verb, and you see I have it there. That verb is 骑. 骑 means to ride something, like to ride a bicycle. So we're going to start off again with our family member. 我的爸爸, my dad. 我的爸爸骑 rides. 蓝色的 a blue 自行车. I hope you know what a 自行车 is because I gave you a little picture there. 自行车 is a bicycle. So the whole sentence reads, 我的爸爸骑蓝色的自行车. My dad rides a blue bicycle. And that's that section. Again, here are 3 examples, and it will be 2 of these. I will not give you all 3 to write. On the exam, you'll have to write them out by hand, but it's okay because you will be able to have your notebook open. We're going to go over this in class, and so it should be pretty easy for you to do. Practice makes perfect. Again, of these 3, I will pick 2. Miss a day, miss a lot. It's going to be really important that you're actually there on testing day. And that's because we have a listening section. So this listening section, again, it will be these exact same options here. But on the day of the exam, I'm going to choose which ones I want to do in that moment. So for this exercise, just know these are not the exact answers that are going to be there on test day. You'll have to listen and see which ones I'm going to do. So in our listening section, we've kind of got 4 bubbles here. We'll talk about bubble number 1. I will say one of these colors, and you will have to select the correct one. So for our first bubble here, the one I'm going to pick is 粉色. Which color is 粉色? If you said pink, you are correct. 粉色. Now for the next one, our next one, we've got a couple more colors. And the one I'm going to pick is 黑色. Which one is 黑色? If you guessed black, then you are 100% right. 黑色. The next one, if we come down here to this bubble, we've got a couple of modes of transportation. So we need to figure out which one I'm talking about. For this one, I will probably say a sentence, and inside the sentence is going to have the word you're looking for. Inside the sentence is going to have the word that you're looking for. So my sentence is going to be 我坐校车. 我坐校车. What do you think? I said I'm riding something. 我坐校车. What is 校车? Well, if you've guessed school bus, then you're 100% correct. The last question we have here, we've got 2 family members. You'll have to listen to the sentence and then try to hear which one I'm talking about. The word is going to be inside the sentence. 我爱我的哥哥。我爱我的哥哥。You may also know it as 我爱我的哥哥。我爱我的哥哥。If you guessed Big Brother at the top, 哥哥, then you are 100% correct. Again, this is what this section will look like. It will be these exact same pictures, exact same format, but you're going to have to listen because I definitely will not choose the first one in all of them. I'll wait till that day. I'll decide which ones that I want to do, and you'll have to listen really carefully. We'll also review this in class. All right, we've come to the reading section of the exam. The reading section will be an English passage to help support ELA. Reading is extraordinarily important. Not only am I a Chinese language teacher, but I'm just a language teacher. And it's really important for our second graders as they're moving into upper elementary to get in every chance they can to get that extra bit of reading comprehension practice. And so our section for the reading section is an English section again, and it will be based off of your child's MAP scores. So if they are above level, I'll be pushing them with a higher grade level. If they're on level, then we're going to hit them right where they're at. And if they're struggling a little bit, we're going to give them a passage that fits that level as well. And so this is a mock example that is on grade level, and that's according to ReadWorks. So there'll be a short passage. It'll say something like this. The Chinese New Year is an important holiday celebrated by Chinese people all around the world. During this time, Chinese families get together to spend time with one another. Together, they celebrate the past year. They also wish each other good luck for the new year. So the passage is a little bit longer than that, but that's about half of it. And then you'll have a question. What is an important holiday celebrated by Chinese people all around the world? A. Kwanzaa, B. Hanukkah, C. Chinese New Year. Now, I will say this is the one section on the exam that while we would do an example together in class, because there are 3 different passages, I'm not going to be going over. This is truly a measure of their reading comprehension, and it will be tied to the unit. So all the passages will be about either Chinese culture, transportation, or colors. And so, of course, the answer to this one we've got here is A. And so on the exam, I will have a sheet that looks very similar to this. It'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guys, you only have to write the letter. You don't actually have to write the whole answer. I won't even give you enough room to do that. So just go ahead and write what the answer is, right? So for 1, I said A. Is that the right answer? No, it's not the right answer. The answer should be C, right? So this student would get marked wrong. There is only 5 questions here. So you can just write on the side. Again, the correct answer to this question for number 1 should be C. And we can see that in the first sentence. It tells us here in the first sentence that the Chinese New Year is an important holiday celebrated by Chinese people all around the world. So the answer for this one should be C, even though this student here wrote A. Again, the reading section will be based off your MAP scores, 3 different levels, and we will practice together in class. Here we go, the last section of this very involved assessment. It is the speaking session. The speaking section will be administered by either myself or Mr. Proust, the director of the department. And we have 5 words here that I've selected. And for this speaking, it's our first time doing this kind of assessment. I or Mr. Proust will be randomly pointing at one of these 5. And the expectation is, guys, that you will say the correct word. I will not go in order. I will definitely not do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might go 4, then jump to 1, then down to 5, then 3, then 2. Or I might do something like that. And so I will simply pull you aside, right, either into the hallway or in kind of in a small group setting, and I will point to this. I might point to number 2 and I'll ask, 这是什么? What is this? 这是什么? What is this? And you will say, 飞机, 飞机. So whichever one I point at is the one that you will do. And again, I've sent home the practice exam so you guys can look at this. And so I'm going to take this little bit of time just to say the words a couple of times. I'm going to pause, and you should repeat after me. Number 1, 校车. Number 1, 校车. Number 2, 飞机. Number 2, 飞机. Number 3, 地铁. Number 3, 地铁. Number 4, 汽车. Number 4, 汽车. And number 5 is here. My face is kind of hiding it a little bit, but this is a 出租车. Number 5 is 出租车. So number 1, 校车 is a school bus. Number 2, 飞机 is an airplane. Number 3, 地铁. A lot of you guys got confused by this one. A lot of people said, oh, this is MARTA. That's true. MARTA is a 地铁, but it is a subway. 地铁. Number 4, 汽车 is a car. 汽车 is a car. And last but certainly not least, we have the 出租车. 出租车. It's not an Uber. It is a taxi. Here we've got a yellow taxi. 出租车. That is it, guys. That's the exam in its entirety. I am looking forward to really proving to ourselves and to our parents and our community that our classes are learning Chinese at a functional level. And while we're in 2nd grade, we're still building the foundations of language. We've learned a lot over these past few weeks, and I'm super excited to share this assessment with you, with your family, and hopefully if you guys find this video helpful, I'll be posting more of these in the future. I'll see you guys soon. 再见.